Okay, so we are going over answers right now for this negatives practice number 1. So my first tip that I will always tell you guys if we were in class right now and we were going over this on the projector is when you're faced with a sentence in English or in French, either way, you first always want to decide, is it a simple tense or is it a composed tense? Meaning, is this sentence in past tense, which would be passé composé, or is it any other tense that you've been learning? Because any other tense is simple, like present, imperfect, etc. But the one composed tense that you guys know is passé composé, which is past tense. So when you see the word he never liked, well, liked is past tense. So you know this is going to be in passé composé. So what I always like to do first is write this sentence, he never liked Jean-Luc, without the never. Like just write it in the positive, the positive. So he liked Jean-Luc. Il a aimé Jean-Luc. Like at this point, you guys have got to be able to produce a sentence in passé composé. Now the next step is to add the negative. So when you say never, never is ne jamais. You need both parts. Well, in passé composé, where do you put the ne jamais? You put it around the verb, which is around a. Aimer is not a verb, it's a past participle. So il n'a jamais aimé Jean-Luc. And then you're good. Number 2, also past tense. We went. So again, do the nowhere last. Do it first in the positive. So we went. Well, you can do two different forms. You can do nous or you can use on. Nous sommes allés. Oops. With an S. Even if you have the on as your subject, you still need an S. Okay, this weekend. Ce weekend. Now, that means we went this weekend. We want to say we went nowhere. So again, where does the ne nulle part go? It goes around the verb, which is around some, because this is passé composé. So nous ne sommes... Oh, sorry, I'm mixing up. Ne nulle part goes around both the verb and your past participle. Think of it as the word nulle part is like a long word. It's technically 2 words. Nous sommes allés nulle part ce weekend, and now it's good. Okay, this one is a little challenging. So nobody ate dinner. Okay, what tense is this? Well, ate is past tense, so it's passé composé. So instead of saying nobody, swap out nobody to say like she. She ate dinner. Elle a mangé dinner. Le dîner. Okay, but instead of saying she, we have to say nobody. So when we say nobody, you have to start your sentence with personne. But then right after personne, you have to have the ne. So some of you guys I saw saying like ne personne aime, like that. Not correct. Okay? No, 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 no. Because A, if you start your subject as personne, it starts with personne, not with ne. B, this is not passé composé. This is part of passé composé, but you're missing the verb, which is a. So get rid of that. Oops. So to say no one, you just are going to say personne ne. And then what's going to happen here, it's going to become an apostrophe. We only have 2 brothers. Again, do it without the only. We have 2 brothers. Nous avons 2 frères. We only have. Nous n'avons que 2 frères. We studied nothing. Studied, past tense. So passé composé. So ignore the nothing and just write we studied. Nous avons, or you can say on a, étudié. We studied nothing. Well, when you have nothing, ne rien, where does that go around? It goes around your verb, which is this guy. Nous n'avons rien étudié. Or on n'a rien étudié. Teachers never do homework. Well, this is present tense. So ignore the never and just write teachers do homework. Les profs font les devoirs. Teachers do homework. Teachers never do homework. Well, the ne jamais is going to go around the verb, ne font jamais les devoirs. I don't study anymore. Study, this is present tense. I do study. I do not study anymore. So write it first in the positive. I do study. J'étudie. Okay. I no longer study. This is your verb. It's just present tense. So we're going to put the ne before it, which is going to make this guy go back to je. And then plus. They haven't made lunch yet. This is passé composé because it's past tense. Made is past tense. So ignore the negative and just write they made lunch. Ils ont fait le déjeuner. They haven't made lunch yet. Well, not yet is ne pas encore. Where does it go? It goes around the verb. Ils n'ont pas encore fait le déjeuner. France only has 1,000 cheeses. So here, ignore the only and say France has 1,000 cheeses. La France a 1000 fromages. Okay, this is from the verb avoir, to have. Now you want to say only, so you're going to say n'a que 1000 fromages. Last one, Harry Potter never studied history. So this one, studied, is passé composé. But do it first without the negative. So Harry Potter studied, étudié, l'histoire. Oops. Now, never goes around your verb. In passé composé, the verb is a. So that's part one. I'm going to end this video and start a second one for the second part because I don't want it to be too long.